Hi guys, I'm a Forester here with another knife review. Today we're looking at this beautiful Buck Mini Spitfire. I'm going to review this knife, but I'm also going to talk about what some people might call a taboo subject at the end of the video. So feel free to stop watching at any time. Now this is the very first Buck knife that I've ever owned, and it was given to me as a gift from another YouTuber. That's Paps Knife 63. I plan to review several of the items that he sent me over the next month or two. Now this Mini Spitfire is a smaller version of the Spitfire, the original Spitfire. At 2 3/4 inches, the blade of the Mini is 1/2 inch shorter and 1.1 ounces lighter than its bigger brother. Let me give you some knife comparisons right away so you can figure out where the Mini Spitfire fits in the scheme of things. First of all, I'll compare it to the Kershaw Skyline. The Skyline is my go-to knife for comparison, just simply because it has a perfect 3-inch blade, and a lot of people have the Skyline. The Skyline is actually closer in size, though, to the larger Spitfire than it is to this Mini. Alright, another knife that I have, and I just did a review of, is this Klotzli Sarah. And it's the closest knife in size to this Mini Spitfire of any knife in my collection. Now for those of you Victorinox fans, here's how it compares to the Cadet. The Cadet is a lot slimmer knife, but they're about the same length. The Buck is just a little bit larger in size. I've really enjoyed carrying this Buck knife. I've carried it almost every day since I got it. It's a great lightweight EDC knife. At 2.1 ounces, I don't even know that I'm carrying it. I think it's a great looking knife also. I love this blade shape. It's hollow ground and it's a drop point blade. It has this elongated opening hole and this swedge on the top of it. I think it gives it a very unique look. The very first thing that I did was to sharpen it on my wicked edge because it was a little bit dull. I'm out of the polishing compounds, but this 420 HC steel took an edge quickly and it's razor sharp. Let's see how it does with paper cutting. There's no drag at all. Well, that was my fault. You know, 420 steel sometimes gets a bad rap, but it sharpens easily and you can't beat that edge. Now the handle is made of anodized aluminum and it comes in 3 versions. This one, of course, is the gray version, and it has this beautiful green backspacer that really adds a pop of color. The other 2 versions come in solid green and solid orange. All 3 are roughly $30 online. Now it has some light jimping up top here, as well as underneath right there. I like this pocket clip design. I use it sometimes. It goes in and out of the pocket very easily, but I usually just carry this knife loose in my pocket. I've left that clip on just to give me a little more traction on the knife. It is a lockback, as you can see, but because it's so small, I can operate this knife one-handed very easily. Mine is a little tight for flicking. I could loosen the pivot, but I really prefer it this way. Now, the biggest surprise to me personally wasn't the knife itself, but it was this little piece of paper right here that came in the box. Let me give you a close-up of that, and you can pause and read it if you care to. On this paper, Chuck Buck, the owner of Buck Knives, talks about the importance of managing a company according to godly principles. It reminds me of another company, Chick-fil-A, whose owner is a professing Christian. Now, I'm a Christian also, and I appreciate company owners who are willing to take a stand for what they believe in. It's a testimony to their Christian convictions every time I walk by a Chick-fil-A store that's closed on a Sunday, or buy a Buck knife and read John 3:16 as it says right down here on the warranty card. People of other religious beliefs aren't going to get it, or they won't agree, but you can't deny that these owners are risking market share by standing on their convictions. I ate at a Chick-fil-A yesterday and they had a long line of customers. Guys, after carrying this Mini Spitfire and learning more about the company, I plan to buy more Buck knives. Y'all take care.